Hello, my name is Olivier and I'm from Canada, and I'm going to read you a Canadian book, Up the Creek by Nicholas Oldland. There once was a bear, a moose, and a beaver who were the best of friends, though they often disagreed. One sunny day, the bear, the moose, and the beaver decided to go canoeing. The moose wanted to steer, but so did the bear and the beaver. They all sat in the stern. With so much weight in the back of the canoe, it tipped and they ended up in the water. So they played eeny, meeny, miny, moe, and it was decided that the moose would steer. They all settled back into the canoe and began to paddle. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. The bear insisted on paddling port side, but so did the beaver, and the moose also preferred the left. With everyone paddling on the same side, they traveled in circles. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Soon their arms grew tired, so they began to switch sides. That's when they finally started to travel in a straight line. But as they just began to make progress, they came to a stop at a beaver dam. They all had different ideas on how to get across. The beaver wanted to push the canoe, but that didn't work. The moose wanted to pull the canoe, but that didn't work either. Fortunately, the bear figured it out. The only way across was to portage. Back in the water, the bear, the moose, and the beaver settled to a rhythm and started to really enjoy paddling along the river. It wasn't long before they began to argue. They argued so loudly that they didn't notice the current growing stronger or the quiet rumbling in the distance. Stop splashing! Keep paddling! I'm hungry! Until it was too late. The river had turned into a wild white rapids. Ah! Thrown sideways, underwater, through the air, and everywhere, the bear, the moose, and the beaver held on for their lives. Exhausted, bruised, and wet, the three friends landed on a rock in the middle of the rapids. The moose wanted to burn the canoe to make a signal fire. The bear wanted to throw the beaver to shore to get help. The beaver figured swimming to shore would be safer. They argued whose plan was the best well into the night. We can do it! The next morning, it dawned on the bear, the moose, and the beaver that they would have to work together to make it home safely. So they climbed back into the battered canoe, took a deep breath, and ran the rapids. Wah! Woo! Ow! Splish. They twisted, leaped, crashed, and blasted through the water. The rapids were fierce, but the bear's powerful strokes, the moose's steady hooves, and the beaver's clever commands, they set a true, clear course. At last, the bear, the moose, and the beaver made it to shore. After a much-needed nap, the bear, the moose, and the beaver worked together to repair the canoe and the paddles, catch some fish, and cook lunch. Before they tucked into their meal, they all gave thanks to the wildest adventure that they have ever had. Rested and relaxed, the bear, the moose, and the beaver were ready to set out for home. After taking a long look at the rapids, they decided to walk. And who could disagree with that? Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you enjoyed the book. Bye!